Hey friends, how are we doing today? What is today? Is it Thursday? I think it's Thursday. Good. So I went to my P.O. box today and found 2 awesome packages there from 2 different people, which I need to tape over some addresses on real quick. But welcome in everybody. By all accounts, Thursday? Nice. CHESTERMAMMOTH, Mr. V got first. Loyal to Soil. Wow, you're up early. Mondo 16-bit. Yep, V, you gotta be here. You gotta be here. The second before I go live to beat Mr. V. Double box day. Yes, 2 things showed up in my P.O. box today. And I know that one of them wasn't sitting there because my wife checked it last night and there was nothing. Allegedly. We're gonna do the black tape thing so that I can open them on camera. Oh, and you know what's interesting is one of these was actually addressed to Artyom Havok and not my real name, and they put it in my P.O. box. So that honestly kind of surprised that worked. I was under the impression that they would not. Part of the rules. See, this other one I think was shipped directly from eBay, so it does not have the address of the person who paid for it. But I'll cover it up anyways. Came from London. Fun! Cool. Cool! So who wants boxes now? Skep, Siki, Wisdom, it's great to see you as well. Sean, hi. Is there anybody I missed? I'm sorry, distracted as always. Doing my absolute best. I won't guess your name. It's, yeah. It's Artyom Havok. Everybody knows that. But I will start to scratch possibilities off the list. You are definitely not a Frank. Okay, let's do this. I feel like I need to redeem to guess my name or something. Too many people know my name. Yes. Once upon a time, Chaz will remember this. John, oh god, gross. Ernstavel Blofeld is my real name. Long ago, I went by the Steam name after being obsessed with a film series. I went with the name. I have to type it out, otherwise it doesn't make any sense. The Bartholomew Chasm. Yeah, that's good. That's good. The Artyom from Havok, as in like the man from U.N.C.L.E. I thought that was clever and funny, but it made no sense to anybody but me. I just really liked it. Chaz remembers that. Chaz remembers that. I really liked that remake movie. It was fantastic. The one with Arnie Hammer and The Witcher, Henry Cavill. It's clever if you know the reference, yeah. You figured that was a stalker reference. No, it's from the man from U.N.C.L.E. It's a spy thing. Which I guess if you spend any time around me, you know I love spy shit. Absolutely. Love spy and espionage TV and movies. Good. Now my arm is even with the desk. Hey, you got it. I was up early and you were on, so I came to hang out. I did have to get up and go to the P.O. box, which was about the time you went on break, though. Are you a spy? I'm not. They don't let people with back injuries work in espionage. Fun fact. They also don't let you be police officers. Did everything work correctly with the startup this time? I am unaware if it ran an ad or not. Did anybody watch an ad play when about 3 minutes after the stream started? Was that a thing that happened? Allegedly, you saw him glow in the dark one time. Hey Galatap, it's great to see you. Allegedly, if we play a 3-minute ad in the intro, then everybody, when they come into the first hour when we're doing the talking, you know, the important part of the stream, you won't have to watch pre-roll ads. So we're trialing that. That's one of the reasons. Hey, Pi, you got it. That was a fun stream. Thanks for being there. Hey, that raid made it last night. You were able to apply for affiliate. Everybody, if you are not let's do some shout outs here. Dude, Pi, that's fucking awesome, dude. Hell yes. You must not have any clips. My system is particular. Yeah, I had 2.8 average viewers before the stream last night. No clips. Okay, everybody, seriously, go follow Pi. Pi had a really nice stream last night. Pi is also a fantastic member of the community that you should just be following, so go do that. That's really cool. I'm really excited for you. You're getting a webcam on Saturday. We get a Pi. Thank you, Captain. And, oh yeah, go there and clip something from Pi's stream so that we can have shoutouts on my channel. Speaking of clips, Chaz has been working his absolute ass off clipping things for this channel. I'd really like to put together a funny clip montage or a channel trailer or something. Like I'm seeing some of these and like I keep watching myself on loop sometimes and just it kills me. Sometimes I'm one weird dude. And I look at like my face do weird things. And I'm like, what the fuck? I don't even know who this guy is sometimes. Because I don't like live my life in front of a mirror exactly. So sometimes I don't know what my face looks like when I'm joking about things or something happens on the screen. It's just kind of silly. But I kind of want to make a clip montage. Or if somebody felt so compelled to do one better than I could, I will supply you with everything that you need. All of the clips. So, Paititi stream win? Paititi being the... not spelled like that. That was the fictional city in Tomb Raider, the Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Oh, that kind of pie. I say pie because I always mess up Pylorzan. It's embarrassing. I don't... Yes, you can clip without VODs. There's separate... You should be able to. There's separate toggles. Paititi's a famous film director. Oh, okay. Paititi was also the name of the thing in Shadow of the Tomb Raider, where Laura went and saved all the non-white people with her white Britishness. Because that's a thing that is constant in video games. Actually, the best game in the trilogy. It just had a shitty story. I like Shadow of the Tomb Raider a lot. The gameplay was chef's kiss perfect. And it had tombs. One of the first Tomb Raider games in the reboot series to have actual tombs that weren't optional. Clipping without VODs can be tricky and unreliable, though. In my Discord, Chaz has been uploading a lot of these great clips to a community clip channel, which isn't just for me. That's for everybody in the Discord to use, just FYI. So feel free to, like, post your funny clips there of any channel. They don't even have to be in the Discord. I don't care. Just share something funny. You're being silly. Yes. Okay. Taiki Watiti. Yeah. I'm gonna call you Kampai. Can Pie? Would you get a webcam? Oh, I'm excited. I've never seen what Pie looks like. I love face reveals. They're fun. No one ever looks like their voice. Or at least to me. Like, literally, what the fuck does Mac look like? Because the image in my head, which I won't share, is definitely not going to be what he looks like. Okay, I'm going to share it. Mac in my head definitely looks like a creature from Sesame Street. Not a specific one, just a general archetype of what a Sesame Street character would look like. That's what Mac looks like. I hope that he gets a Muppet. Yeah, a Muppet. Well, there's things in Sesame Street that are bigger than Muppets, like Big Bird, right? I guess Big Bird is a Muppet, but I would not say. I don't feel like that's a Muppet. It's funny because Mac looks like Mr. Grouch. Mr. Grouch. I have thought of one channel redeem. What you got? Yeah, you can do redeems now. And subs and bits and all the exciting stuff. Or actually two. What do you got? He used to watch a Muppet streamer. Oh, say hi, Rico. Interesting. He doesn't stream anymore. Speak Danish for 5 minutes? Oh, no. That's a good one. That's a good one. Big Bird is different in the Netherlands. I have actually heard that before. But I don't remember what it was. Somebody just mentioned that. Oh, buy a game on GOG for $50. You price that one high, you're gonna go broke fast. You've always thought that Mac looks like Rob Halford. Okay, now I've got to look up Rob Halford. We're all talking behind Mac's back. Did I see Captain Peelcard Slinkin? Yeah, I did. Hey, welcome in. By the way. And Lost Buff Skip. Mondo Loyal. Pie. I got everybody right. Galatap. Oh! This is what we think Mac looks like. Is this what Mac looks like? Okay, I can get behind this. I can get behind this. I think, you know what? I think that the Sesame Street creature that I think Mac looks like is gonna be the Cookie Monster. Clearly, it's gonna be the Cookie Monster, right? Mac's a Cookie Monster. We all know it. We all know it. I kind of hope that, like, one day I go into his stream. Yo, where's Mac? Hey, Great Bearded Gamer, welcome in. I kind of hope one day I go into a stream and there's, like, an animated avatar of the Cookie Monster, just kind of at random. Can someone send this to Mac? Damn it! Somebody tell him just to make a redeem in his channel where he goes, cookie, cookie, cookie. And don't tell him why. And it'll just be our joke why he has this redeem. But somebody make him make that redeem for him to just say cookie, cookie, cookie. That would be the best. Or maybe I should get him to say it and send me a sound file. I don't think he streams, but there's a guy who's literally like that called Arlo. Oh, nice. I've never needed Mac to say cookie, cookie, cookie more in my life than I do right now. Okay. Guess what, everybody? It's time for box of the day. I got 2 of them. His whole thing is he's just a Muppet that makes YouTube videos about Nintendo games. Arlo's awesome. Nice. I've never heard that name. I mean, that shouldn't shock anybody. I'm relatively new to all of this. And I just hang out with you guys. Y'all haven't seen this for a couple minutes. Oh yeah, Grover! I forgot about Grover. Yeah, somewhere between Cookie Monster and Grover. That makes sense. Hey! Welcome in, Captain Moten and friends. How are you all doing today? We're just about to open some packages from some lovely viewers. Hi, this is Artyom Havok's hand. But here, this is from Purblind Gamer. Yeah, unboxing time. You made it just in time. I got 2 captains in chat now. I can't wait for the memes from that movie that I can't think of now. I'm the captain now. Mutiny. Yeah. So this is from Purblind Gamer. This is my P.O. box. I'm not worried about that on stream. This is where you send things that I open up on stream just like this. Ta-da! Look at that handwriting. Isn't that beautiful? Purblind Gamer. Alright, so Purblind Gamer had mentioned the game he was going to send me, and I kind of remember what it was. Mortar? Mortar? Hang on. This is not coming apart the way that I thought it was. We're going to have to cut it. So this is... I guess we'll find out who it is. But on the back here it says Special Olympics. Who the fuck did that? This is what I'm talking about. See? You're just trying to have a conversation with somebody or stream on Twitch, and then your fingers, they just start doing... This is what ADD is, everybody. You just start putting USB dust covers on the ends of razor blades like it's a normal fucking thing. Someone who cares about your safety, it retracts! Somehow I made it more dangerous. It is a USB cap, yeah. I feel uncomfortable cutting this. Wow. See, and all I did with that plastic was dull. Okay. No, there's one more. Damn it! I think I cut the wrong thing. This is harder than defusing a bomb, of which I have lots of experience. Successfully, because I'm still alive. Hey, Sky Trooper, welcome in. Oh, boy. Alright. Yeah, mortar. I'm trying not to, like, shred this. Dawwave, it's great to see you. And everybody else that came in with that raid, thank you for being here. This says... Greetings, Mr. Paulson. Not my name. Okay. Alright, okay. So... What? Okay, alright. Let's... Oh, fuck, what fell? Alright, I need to pick that up. I need to get through this. We're gonna stop laughing. I laughed so hard a box fell down behind me. So, Purblind here has absolutely recycled a card that was to Mr. Paulson from Calvin Lyons. and the president and CDO of Special Olympics. I don't know who Mr. Paulson is. And I am 100% sure his name was Robert Paulson, that this is not Perbline's last name. So I only have more questions right now. Hopefully he'll show up later and answer them. Okay. Thank you for accepting people as they are. Dear Havok, to quote... What? No! To quote a print ad I saw 20 years ago, hail the New World Order and then destroy it. Thanks for all your streams and your support. Do let me know if you get this fucking game to actually work and display right in Windows 10. Your friend, Purblind Gamer. The first rule of Fight Club is that we're all Mr. Paulson. Alright, so this is one of the most amazing cards, reused cards I've ever seen. That I can't even. Okay. Oh no! Thanks. Thanks, USPS. So this was a copy of Mortar. Now it's not. Even the bot is unhappy with it. Oh, 1999. So this is like a Wolfenstein-style first-person shooter, or well, this was. We will, yeah. Yeah. There's the booklet for it. You see what I mean? Like, you can see the Wolfenstein, uh, aesthetic. And nothing. I almost had a copy of Mortar. So I think I can send back. Yeah, that didn't work. Super glue on the other, on another CD. I might see if I can find an ISO for it. I've been eyeballing a box on it, but Purblind said that he had it in a CD. And yeah, that is the thing. USPS is not kind. Is not kind to anything. And you can see from like the machine oil here that this thing got drug along the floor and all kinds of stuff. Okay. Well, that's sad. Well, I still have a copy of It's True. Hey, Glitchy Beta, welcome in. Okay. Here's box number 2. This is from Mr. V Streams. I have no idea what it is. He said he bought me a game on eBay. An old game. And wants me to play it. So, we'll do that. This box just squeaked at me. The Sky Trooper, see, when you moved here, packages get really damaged. Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. This tape really is something. This cardboard colored tape. It's so deceptive. I don't like it. I don't like it. Oh, I don't have a blur for this one for some reason. Give me just a second. I just want to make sure that my address isn't sitting on top. Okay. I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is. It's a big box. That's really exciting. I wasn't expecting a big box. That gets my motor running. I still don't know what it is. Heads? Head Extreme Destruction Simulator? What is this? Wait a minute. I saw you with duct tape earlier. Can you fix? You can fix that CD, right? The big box is Europe exclusive. Wow. Okay. All right. And this came from the UK. Mr. V bought it and had it sent to me. Whoa. Head Extreme Destruction Zone. Wow. Look at that box. I think it's nice. There's a line down the middle. I don't know what that's about. Look at those teeth. Look at those teeth. Okay. All right, I see a British flag, so there's some English options here. So it's an early 3D something or other. Hey, Purblind Gamer, we just opened the package. How you doing? Thank you so much for the host. The CD did not survive shipping, unfortunately. Our postal service here is not kind. It did not make it, unfortunately. But thank you so much for the kind words in the card. We laughed pretty good. All right, let's see what this is. Take on the role of an alien headhunter. Oh, prepared to be pitched into an intergalactic gladiatorial combat with 225 of the most unusual opponents you will ever meet. From projectile-spitting punk rocker head to a one-eyed shepherd head and a heat-seeking sheep thrower. Oh, God. Even a little old lady head comes armed with pretty active set of choppers. Oh, boy. Full 3D, high-octane, blasting action, 20 challenging combat asteroids to complete multiplayer game over local area network. Oh, only. Not on internet. Interesting. This will be something we can check out in the future stream room. Modem play. Oh, modem play allows you for head-to-head. Okay. Head-to-head. You get it? They misspelled it to prove a point. So in 98, yeah, let's look at the, this box is really cool. I'll take it off. Let's look at the things here. Windows 95, Pentium 100, 16 megabytes of RAM, 2 megabyte graphics card, 4 times CD-ROM, 30 megabytes of space needed. This box is beautiful. Look at that. Look at that. Very cool. Heads? You know Heads, Jay? This was a gift from Mr. V. Okay. Wow, this is nice. Oh, wait, what's this? Is this like an extra instruction manual for the CD-ROM? How did I get so lucky? Fantastic! I have a spare. You think you had this on a PC gaming, computer gaming world this back in the day? You remember the artwork? I have never heard of this. This seems delightful. Oh, you know what? You know what this is? This is in a different language. Okay. Okay. Maybe this one's in English. Heads looks like the ship from Terracide. Yes. Okay, so this is the English one. There we go. The arbitrary Zelda. Elvis head. This looks like a delightful mess. I love it. So what are you then? So this is a large manual. The same manual, just bigger. In other languages. Fascinating. There's so many manuals in here. That looks like German or something. Or Polish. Fantastic. Okay. Thank you so much. Both Purblines. Destruction Manual? Yeah. Thank you so much, both Purblind and Mr. V. This box is cool. I like the way it wraps around the inside. So we will fire this game up. I'm gonna put this on the schedule in what's next month? July. Once we're done with chat stuff. That font is straight up 1999 trance album. Yeah, like now that's what I call music. 1999, exactly. Hey, Galar Dragon, welcome in. That is very cool. This is a hell of a box. This thing looks like, this is, like, I would expect to see this on a candy wrapper, right? You know, Lemonheads, Alien Edition, something like that. Aliens, yeah. All right, very cool. All right, what time we got? What time we got? We do a couple headlines too? I can make that happen. See if there's anything exciting happening in the video gaming world that isn't all negative. Such limited space here. A couple of headlines, but nicely done. Nicely done, Jay. I'm proud of you. Oh, hey, Slim Fat. When did you sneak in? I did not see you. Slim Ninja. And MacLad. Oh, the Fight Club invite, Howard. Yeah. I gotcha. I am doing fantastic. It launched a contest where you could win blazing fast 450 megahertz computer. Oh. With the reflectiveness? Probably not, but I have a backup where I have like a frame for the phone. But yes, it'll get scanned into the collection. I gotta get that printer hooked back up in my wife's office back there. I brought it in here to do all of them in the room, but any new additions I'll add while they're in there. Anyways, that's behind the scenes stuff. Xbox app on PC will now predict if your machine can run a game before you download it. Isn't that called just putting the specs up? Featuring rolling out to users now. Featuring rolling out to users now. What? What? This seems like a good thing, I guess. Oh, I see it now. Plays well with similar PCs. That's pretty vague. That's pretty vague. I'm not gonna lie. That's less exciting than I was hoping it would be. You know, one of I think one of the smartest features that anybody's put out in probably the last 30 years, and I think once I say this, y'all are gonna be like, yeah, but I don't use it, and that's fine. Is the settings manipulator in the GeForce experience. If you're coming into PC gaming, and don't understand what all these settings are, like anti-aliasing or how it affects frame rate, it gives you what'll make the game run good on an NVIDIA graphics card. That's pretty cool. That's an easy button. Everybody likes an easy button if you're not a tinkerer, right? But the other thing that it does is it explains what they all do. A lot of graphics settings I learned from that program and what they did. There's very few games that have like little pop-ups or whatever that explain how they affect things. Probably the best options menu I have ever seen for that is in Ghost Recon Wildlands, because that one like concisely breaks down all the things that the options do and then shows you what it does on the side of the options menu, like in an actual image, kind of like the GeForce experience. I was kind of hoping that this would, I mean, I know this isn't like changing settings, this is just saying your computer's not good enough like all the time, because most of the games on there are ports. We talked about this yesterday. But I would like to see more and better things like what the GeForce experience had. And I know the GeForce experience was not widely accepted by gamers. When I did YouTube videos back in the day and did a little bit of streaming on YouTube and Twitch in like 2014, I used that primarily for streaming, plus its other things, and I loved all of its features. It did, however, break a lot in its early beta days. Like, catastrophically failed all the time. But I've always been a fan of that program, even though I rarely use it. However, when a game gets installed on my wife's computer, I usually hit the easy button on that and walk away. Because it forces a login on you. I just log in with my Artyom Havok Gmail account and I'm fine. See? Exactly, Sean. And I think I only don't because I forget. But does everybody know what I'm talking about? Remind me in a minute when we go in here and I'll show you what it is. It's really cool, to be totally honest. It's also very good for VR games. So it'll give you a good baseline, a good FPS in VR games. The recording software to a login. We're one marketing person away from tying a video card driver to a login. It's true. But the thing is everybody said that the GeForce experience was going to take away your ability to go get a driver. Is that the case? I use it to download my drivers, but I'm pretty sure you can still get them from their website. That was a thing, everybody, they're coming to take our guns, like 10 years ago. And that hasn't happened. So, I think we'll be okay. Yeah, you can still get them manually, without having the GeForce experience. Yeah, exactly. But people were adamant about it. Like, the GeForce experience was going to ruin computer gaming for everybody. I know y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all were gamers 10 years ago, right? Y'all have phones, right? The marketing emails are worth it. I mean, I bought in pretty good to NVIDIA. Like, I got 2 different shields. So I didn't have a problem giving them, my Google account. At the time, like, Artyom Havok was a new one. It's not like my main email. I've got like 6 or 7 emails. It's kind of ridiculous. So I've got a couple like throwaway accounts. Artyom Havok's kind of a throwaway account. Kind of becoming not a throwaway account, since I'm using that for everything streaming related now. Except for like Artyom Havok is not going to be my Steam login. Those are separate. Just in case. But I didn't really have a problem giving him an address, so that was never a concern to me because I needed it for the Steam or the NVIDIA shields. to do the game streaming back and forth and everything else. Okay, what else we got? Harpist turns her harp into a controller and plays Elden Ring. I don't care about Elden Ring. Probably never will. But we should probably take a peek at this, huh? Y'all can hear it, I can't. Let me fix that. Oh, okay, hang on. I see I've made a mistake here.
Okay, I was gonna...
She must be using something on her feet for forward and back. Old School Jay, are you here? You're gonna want to see this. I know, it's little, but...
Morgan's kind of hard. I'm not gonna lie. It's because he jumps around so much. And he knows that I specifically apply the gravity with him way more often.
NVIDIA Harp win. I know, right? It's gonna be Power A or Moga that makes it though, right? Maybe Nancon.
It works about 50% of the time.
Captain Peelcard's gonna be really mad at me when I tell him I want my stream to be controlled by an electric guitar.
That 30% of the time.
This is pretty dope. This is cool.
Yes!
Oh, there it is.
Go!
There's the
Oh
win.
God. Guys, you don't know this, but that actually took me a really long time.
Very cool. Good job, whoever you are.
Here's my loadout.
It's all well and good until you try to navigate a menu with a harp. Anna Ellsworth. It's a YouTube video. Doesn't seem to be a streamer. She also plays harp stuff for video game music, it looks like. You didn't know a bard was a character option in Elden Ring? I have no idea. Ugh, God, I don't want to click on this. Activision Blizzard finds no evidence of widespread misconduct at Activision Blizzard. Look at that face! What a fucking article. Thanks, PC Gamer, for your, What is this? Why? Internal investigation, sure. Systemic gender-based misconduct at Activision Blizzard. Sorry for all the triggering stuff, everybody. Intentionally ignored attempted downplayed incidences. Okay. A for dodge, G for light attack. To my great sadness, I don't have a heavy attack string because I need the real estate for other actions. C for forward. Oh, she was playing notes to move forward and backwards. She wasn't doing that with foot pedals. I would have allowed for a forward and back foot pedal. 100%. So this is about them ignoring or attempting to downplay instances of harassment. They didn't find any. You can't run a company and not know, right? Yeah. Yo, we'll see what California says. What a fucking thing. Right underneath that very clickbait headline. Well, it's not really clickbait, it's a fact. It's just very, like, we all looked at it and we're like, what? I mean, Ubisoft does. There's nothing to see here, moving along. Right. You can run a company and tell HR not to tell you. It's true. Like, not, yeah. The original Resident Evil remakes returned to Steam after overwhelming community response. What now? Was there a Resident Evil removed from Steam? Oh, they patched the shit out of the other ones, so now there's 2. Oh, so you get 2 different versions if you own it. Okay, cool. That's good. The headline was accurate, which is the depressing thing. I know. The study finds working in VR isn't very pleasant or productive. Yeah, we know. VR should not be where you go for work. It's hot, sweaty, it puts a dent in your hair, and kind of screws with your skin here a little bit if you're in it too long. That's just stupid. Don't go to work in VR. VR should be for fun. Amazon is giving away 30 games including, oh wow, Prime Day Blowout, be a 2-day affair. 30 games? Including Mass Effect Legendary Edition? Is this going to be on there? Amazon Prime subscribers, Prime Day. Oh, no, wait a minute. Is this going to be... Wow, some good games in here. Is this going to be on their Luna system? Or just Prime Gaming? When does this start? Like, let's be real here. These are some great... Prime Day technically starts July 12th, so in a month. Hey, Rush Pirate, welcome in. 10-second Ninja. Fatal Fury Special. Is that the one that I played recently? Gianna Sisters. I always want to play and love that game. I haven't been able to get into it. It's now Amazon Games now. Yeah, I have it on my desktop. We play games from it. I usually pick one a month from there. Serial Cleaner looked cool. Hey, look, there's both the Dark Side Detective games. So, do y'all want... My voice is, like, squeaking today. Not sure what the deal is. Do you all want to see me play more of Dark Side Detective? Because I kind of want to play more of Dark Side Detective. Not today, in an extra stream. Everyone seemed particularly fond of that game, and I liked it. It made me laugh a lot. Squeaky Havok? Yeah. I'm going through puberty at the age of 38. I hope y'all... My name's John Connor! I always felt so bad for the kid that played John Connor in Terminator 2. Like, he was trying to keep his voice down, but he was... I'm 28, yeah. But he was definitely going through puberty while that was filming. Re-puberty? Yeah, yeah. The Metronomicon, Slay the Dance Floor. Nice. Darkside was fun. Do it up with Darkside. Okay. So we've got maybe 2 for Darkside. I want to see Fallout New Vegas when you're done. Where you're evil. There are no plans to ever revisit Fallout New Vegas. I'm not even gonna consider that right now. You look on the main page, see no Turtles. You have to go on Game Pass to find it. Is Turtles not on Steam? No, I haven't seen Obi-Wan. We're gonna wait till that's all done, and then we're gonna watch a couple of those shows. There, we're gonna sub. We're still binging 24 really hard. Might try to sneak in an episode tonight before the stream. Turtles is out, right? It's on Steam. Are you all prepared for the Cowabunga apocalypse that is hitting Twitch right now? Is there excitement for Obi-Wan? Because I want there to be excitement for Obi-Wan. All of the news stuff has been overwhelmingly negative towards Star Wars Obi-Wan. You got a Turtle Pizza shirt the other week. I'm so tempted by the new Turtles game. Like, I love the Turtles, but fighters aren't really my thing. The Shredder Revenge is up. That thing is, like, it's gonna be hard. When we go to Raid tonight, like, we're not gonna see any streams not playing it. It's a slower build than people expected. It has a chill mode? Okay. A chill mode with no achievements? You love Obi-Wan? That's what I want to hear. The only thing drawing you to the game is Turtles. I don't care for beat-em-ups. The Turtles are special to me. Chewbacca's racist as hell? I mean... yeah, that makes sense. Are you telling me Chewbacca's in Obi-Wan? Fucking spoilers. Even in chill mode? Okay. People have also gotten in the habit of being negative about 2 sci-fi giants, Star Trek and Star Wars. Yeah. Yeah. People have gotten in the habit of being so negative about everything. It's disgusting. You didn't say anything. It's just Star Wars facts. I'm sure it'll do numbers there in Game Pass. Yeah. What do we got? It's 255. So let me ask you guys this. Let me ask you this question. Is everybody content with the stream format the way it is right now, where we just kind of hang out and talk about stuff for the first hour, and then we play a game for an hour after that? Is there anybody here that like legitimately wishes I would start the game early? Because I like hanging out with you guys. I know this is like suddenly off topic from where the topic is on sci-fi negativity, but I really do. I like hanging out with you guys. Aww, thanks, Matt. Thanks, Wolf. I have to decide if Lost Wolf is Lost Wolf or Lost Woofy, because we also have Woofy with a Y. Woofy T plays. And I'm just in the habit of saying Woofy. You like it too, Rush? Good. Good. Then I'm going to plan on keep doing that. But Retro is the best and needs more screen time, to be honest. Remind me, I'll share a picture of Retro, who fell asleep on my legs today. I go on Twitch to talk. I am biased. It's a silent E. Alright, Lost Wolf. Lost Wolf. Wolf. You're the opposite of me. I always feel awkward. Well, see, now, Matt, this is why I'm asking. This is why I'm asking, because, like, I look down at the clock, and then I start to panic, like, everybody's gonna leave because I'm not playing the game yet. You know what I mean? And we have had people. Well, people's a light term for what they were. But come in here, like, and really told me off because I wasn't in just chatting and there wasn't a game on the screen. Y'all remember that? We've had that happen about 3 times. You see many bigger streamers. Oh, Sean says I should get in my fucking lane and get to the game like a scrub that I am. What? No, I'm just kidding. I read between the lines. A 1-hour stream isn't a 1-hour stream without a 1-hour pre-show. Well, you know, well, like I said, I start to panic a little bit when I realize I haven't gotten to the game and it's been like an hour. Because sometimes you guys give me hell. And you're like, oh, look, it's 45 minutes and the game isn't in. And I think, if memory serves... I know, I'm joking, Sean. But if memory serves, it's like Sean and Chaz and Mr. V that give me the hardest time about that. Maybe Seek is good for that. Maybe I'm thinking of Seek. But yeah, no, I like this. When I do the extra streams, though, I get to the game pretty quick. Well, see, now this is what I was about to say, Matt's Game Room, is that there isn't extra time. There is, like, I can push it to, like, 4:30. But, you know, I've got, like, a very small amount of time in the evening to spend with my wife on days that I'm not doing an extra stream. I've thought about starting early. Originally, this stream started at 1 o'clock, but I kept being late. And it's, I am bad at time management. It's 2:59. I'm bad at time management, so I'm just making excuses for what we can do with my bad time management. But I've considered starting recently, like at like 1:30, starting up early and then putting the news stuff in that if I start early. They said there's no downside in the way you're doing it. Yeah, I don't think there is either. But like I said, I do sometimes feel like, you know, oh no, everybody's gonna leave because I'm not playing the game. We give you a hard time because you know it's fake hard. And I know that. But sometimes I wonder. Maybe add extra game time, right? Well, I mean, that's what the extra streams are, right? How can anyone tell... Hey, can anyone tell me why we are chatting and not gaming? It says Lacuna, but we are just chatting. What the fuck is this? There was somebody that came in here, and they were nasty. I probably have it in, like, an old archive Discord channel, but... Oh, it hurt. It hurt, and it made me think about it. It got under my skin a bit. Sean and Chaz probably remember that. It was bad. But it was just some random person. Hey, it's hard sometimes. Having those instantly that I'm trolling. I know, Loyal. I like having you here. Keep your friends closer and your trolls closer. Keep your friends close and your trolls closer. Yeah, that. Yeah, he goes, not someone who matters in the community. No, it's no one I've ever seen again. I don't even remember who the username was. Like, I could find it if I needed to, but I think we ended up banning them instantly. Like, what they said was so nasty, it was an instant ban, which we don't do quickly around here. Like, it had to have been really bad for that. Because I'm much happier talking stuff out instead of jumping to a ban. I joke about banning more than I ban people. Oh no, trolls? Yeah, this was a while ago. It's probably a year ago. Okay, well, it's 3:01. We kind of went through the news. There wasn't really anything jumping out today. Keep your eye out if you have Amazon Prime, because there's a bunch of really cool games coming out on that. We saw. Hey, Disco Elysium. Sean, you played that. That has voice acting and controller support now, right? Maybe that'll be a really good game for me to play on the Steam Deck in little bites. Yeah. I don't really see anything super exciting in here. PS5 restocks. Will Activision Blizzard clears itself of any wrongdoing? Look, I can't. It's gone. It's gone. It's over. Y'all wanted a picture of Retro, right? I got one. Hang on. So here's Retro. Bonk. It is Retro asleep on my legs. We had a nice cuddle this morning. He got led into the bedroom and actually chilled out for a little bit. Sweet boy. There's your Retro sighting. He was up for the vast majority of this morning. Alright. It's time for video games, y'all. The last time I tried to fire up, it sounds like someone who just goes down a list of people streaming a specific game, just to see that one. Yeah, I know. That was our thought too, Mr. V. I think you were probably here when it happened. It's like someone that wouldn't have stuck around anyway. I know, but it's still like, when people say mean things, like, they're designed to hurt people. And it does hurt. It's not always possible to shrug off mean things. Especially when you're doing something that makes you feel vulnerable. Like, because, streaming's hard. Like, I'm putting myself out here. And the large, like, majority of the interaction that, I have is, leaving a good impression on people that are total strangers turn great friends like you guys are, right? So when one of those total strangers that I'm being vulnerable about comes in and says nasty stuff, like, it's really hard to not let that hurt. I mean, that's just, everybody knows that. Like, it's not, this is not some big, like, epiphany that I'm saying out loud. But, it's not always possible to shrug off the mean trolls on Twitch. Mental health is a tough one. Yeah. And then, just like anything else, being a streamer is you learn as you go along how to, deal with all the different things. But, like, the first one, like, the first really mean thing that somebody says to you at random online or, on Twitch, like, that one's going to stick around. I know it has for me. Okay. There was something that I was going to show you guys on... Oh, it was Amazon Gaming. That's what it was. We're going to go look at that real quick. Glad I remembered. I like the Amazon Gaming app. I mean, I like the free games. Those are great. We've played some, like, amazing games on it, too. But the interface is great. Honestly. It's easy to get along with. Free games with problems. Take a look here. Alright, so it looks like I've claimed everything that was already this. So the one's coming up next month. I can't believe they're going to give away Mass Effect Legendary Edition. That's crazy. That's awesome. You know, you're right. I've talked about that a bunch recently, Glitchy Beta. We've been talking about, you know, the possibility of, like, hate raids being, you know, more prevalent during Pride Month, and using tags will make you a target. It's unfortunate, and, you know, it's not... It sucks. It's one of the reasons that I don't use tags for much. Did I even install the game? I'm sure I did, right? I installed the game. Why would I get to the stream and not have the game pre-installed? There it is. Alright, so we played the prologue of this on stream, and it was awesome. It's been in Humble Bundle, that's likely why. About Mass Effect? Yeah. Oh, hold on. Did Sean answer my question about Disco Elysium? The last time, teeny tiny font in an RPG. If they fix that, I should give it a whirl. Laguna Matata. But here, this is the demo for it. About 84 minutes long. If anybody wanted to try out the prologue to this, that's free. Let's fire this up. I think we're going to have controller support in this, which will be nice. Hopefully there's sound. That'd be nice too. Yeah, it's a double-edged sword, Galara. Like, or not sword. It's just, there's two sides to it. I would also like to use tags, but, you know, like I said, like, it will bring in hurtful people. You know, people that have just shitty intentions. And I've got to be very careful of what I can actually weather. And we all have to make that decision for ourselves, you know. There's a lot of people that, you know, they're ready for the fight, you know, or they can stomach it really well, and I just don't want to. I'd rather get on here and not have to worry about what an identifying tag or an ally tag or a mental illness tag would bring into my stream, because that's not why I'm here, right? You know, like, I'm not here to fight with people and get excited about banning and, you know, get into long arguments. Like, I want to be supportive, but I have to look out for myself, so I can't use them. I can't use them. Which is not a decision I came to lightly. That's something that I have been thinking about for 2 years. And watching other streamers and who uses the tags and how they interact. And what they've had to deal with. We fight every night, Havok. Yeah. And I've just come to, like, I really need to just... Tags would be unhealthy for me. And, you know, some of that stuff is, like, personal life stuff, and I've got no issues with leaving that out, you know? because we can hang out and it'd be exciting about the video games we love, and that's what I'm here for. So, you know, it works. I don't feel like I'm missing part of it, essentially. Part of the Twitch experience. Here I am, like, having this conversation. This is how ADD works. So I'm talking to y'all about something while I'm sitting here trying to line up this mouse cursor with the other jagged anti-aliasing lines in the letters. That's how bad it is. And this is why I'm gonna be looking at ADD treatments. Starting in July. Oh my god, I'm terrible. I've become so self-aware of it too. Resolution, 6 times resolution, whatever that means. Reflections, let's just crank it all up. It's all up. Nice. This music's good. Voiceover subtitles, yeah. Our game settings. Cool. I'm really excited about this. Chaz, you know, my mods have been there when I've been like worried about what could come when I go live. Because of some other stuff. And I'm just not gonna bring that on myself. Anyways, let's rock. You self-medicate with weed? You know, I had good luck with weed. One summer I did like just a couple months almost straight. And you know, I started to see the world very differently, in a better way. I was able to brush off some of the things I didn't like about myself, like laugh them off. Easier. I was happier, and I was more creative, but not productive. And I have to, like, there's a line that I have to do there where I need to also be productive to be happy. Yeah. Well, it also makes you feel okay with not accomplishing much. Which is a thing that I needed at that point in my life. Like, I really did need that. And, you know, maybe this summer, maybe I don't see, that's the thing, is like I think to myself, it's like, maybe I need to do that again. Refocus myself for a month. But, you know, I don't really want to get on stream high, you know? Like, that doesn't seem right. That's not really my thing. Moderation is definitely key. I moderate anything with moderation. Alright. It's video game time. The art in this is fantastic already. To walk. Very slow walk. Smoke after stream. You know, I always had better luck, a better experience if I did it early in the morning with coffee. When the sun was bright and, you know, the air was warm. I don't have a great experience at night. Like, if it's getting dark, it doesn't feel quite right. What if I go this way? Oh, I can run. Who these people? I'll just stand in front of the short one so they can't see. It's slightly more pixels than yesterday. So wait, hold on. Are we on Earth, Lacuna, or was this that colony? Good music here. Mira, over here. You couldn't stream while high. It's too many buttons, too much going on. You just installed it? You didn't know there were some games you owned on there? Nice. Hey, Loomis, how are you doing, my friend? Also, while I'm getting this game started up, if one of my mods could do some shout-outs, be sure to get Rush Pirate, Loomis, MacLad. Lil Soil needs to start streaming so we can give him shout-outs. Purblind Gamer. And all the other usual suspects. That would be awesome. Like, what is Deponia Doomsday? Loomis. Can somebody shout out Dimension Dude? Loomis, you should follow Dimension Dude. He's actually working towards the end of that game right now. And you can get a good look at it. Plus, he's awesome. I think you'd like him. I think he's a streamer you would dig. He's also a great guy. The Usual Suspects. How is that not a channel? I'll also be streaming with Dimension Dude Saturday morning. We're going to work on Portal 2. Noah, hey, what's up? The icon at the bottom indicates that you can move on with the dialogue by pressing A. Hold to dismiss tutorial. No. No. Oh, okay. I don't want all tutorials gone. I'm going to need them. Deponia Doomsday is the 4th game in the Deponia point-and-click series. There you go. On an Intel Core 2 quad. Hey, what's up? Mira, hey Noah, long time no see. Noah C! Yeah, it's been a while. I heard that a ship with new people arrived last night. I had a feeling you might be in there. How was your journey through space? It sucked. I felt like I was buried alive with my parents. You're headed downstairs, right? I'll come with you. So how's life on Drovia? I didn't really like it at first. There's not much going on here yet. No, wait a minute. We're playing the prologue, aren't we? Oh yeah, definitely follow MacLad. MacLad's great. No, I didn't really like it at first. There's not much going on here yet. Hard to imagine it's going to be like New Yorin one day. But when you think about it, it's actually pretty cool. Mira, what is it? Making history and stuff. Conquering a foreign planet. Building the first ever savant colony. I think they took the prologue and stuck it in front of the main game. The free download, the demo. It's true, MacLad does stream late. Making history and stuff, conquering, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. I feel like I've seen most of this place already. Well, they're still building it. By the way, where do you live? Our apartment's on floor -8. Near the stairs up to the common area. No way. You got one of those fancy apartments? I mean, ours is alright too. I think it's because of my parents' job. All scientists are in that area. I view them as our people. Anyways, I've got to get back home. Recess is almost over. Maybe you can show me around later. Actually, before you go, there's something I want to show you. Can it wait till this afternoon? I don't want to be late. Who cares? Come on, it's really cool. Today's my first day at school here. I don't want to make a bad impression. What do you want to show me? You'll see. Alright then. Y'all are so cute. Alright, I'm curious, but let's make it quick. You won't regret it. This way. I'm gonna try to hustle it through this. Are we allowed in there? The sign says it's a restricted area. We aren't, but I got an interest code. Where'd you get that? My older brother works in here. He gave it to me. But it's not dangerous or anything. No, don't worry about it. Come on. This place is absolutely stunning. See that elevator? That takes us halfway up the dome. Up? Noah, we're going to get caught. There's nobody up there. It's going to be awesome. You'll see. Come on. Fine. But if someone sees us, I'm going to tell them this is your idea. So what do you think? That was wow, right? Did you see the entrance to the mine? Crazy how huge it is, huh? Yeah, pretty impressive. And your brother works down there? It's kind of scary, though. Kind of a scary thought. Really? I think it's pretty cool. Hey, wait a minute. Do you see the flag on these boxes? Frowny face. That's Gara's. So, why are they bringing stuff up to our colony? Why wouldn't they? Maybe they're spying on our cool mining tech or something. Hey, Jabu, how you doing, my friend? Welcome in. Noah, Gara isn't our enemy. We trade with them and stuff. Besides, if you're unloading, if you were unloading espionage equipment, would you print your face on the box? No, I wouldn't. I guess you're right. I really gotta run now. Thanks for showing me this place. It's really cool. And Mira means look. Yay, Lacuna! I was here when you played the prologue a couple months ago. So, we fired up. This is the main game, but it's also starting with the prologue. So we're just playing the prologue again, and I don't think we can skip it, which is kind of a bummer. But hey, for anybody that hasn't seen it, this is pretty cool. Hopefully that means I'll be able to breeze through it pretty quick, but it's probably got about an hour that I can do before I gotta call it for dinner. Before dinner. But hey, I wasn't here for the prologue. That's true. We're playing all these games for Chaz. Glad you liked it. Don't tell anyone we went up there, okay? I'll get in trouble. I won't, I promise. Hey, Mira, I'm glad you're here. Oh, let me get that mouse out of the way. Get the fuck out. I kind of missed you. I missed you too. Oh, that reminds me. My parents gave me a new cell when we got here. We have to reconnect. Let's do it. And... ta-da! Here we go. Alright, see you later. Yo, how awesome is, like, if you have a phone that can do this, where you can just tap the back of two phones together to share a screen, an app, or information. That is, like, when the first time I had a Samsung phone that could do that, that is the fucking future. That is so cool. Like, legitimately, that is one of the coolest things I've ever seen technology do. And of course, that's a huge security breach, but man, what a neat feature. Have y'all ever done that? I don't know if my Asus can do that. It might be a Samsung only feature. That's a heaven for hackers. I know it is. But no, seriously, it's so cool. Thanks for the ASCIIs. I like how it's turning the ... into actual letters. That's fun. Alright, see you later. Alright, we gotta open this up to use our call. Objectives. Walk home. Objectives. Logs. Every conversation you have is logged in this tab. Ow. Oh, whose is that, Galar? That's awesome. I love that. I wish... that's a Twitch Global emote. Interesting. I didn't know that was a thing. I might actually use that from time to time. Very fucking interesting. That would actually be helpful. It's a default emote. Yeah. I would really like this, but I can't fit it. But I would really like a gray Discord line emote that says Chester Mammoth is typing ... Oh, in-jokes. They're so fun when you say them out loud on stream. I'm not typing! Hey! Look at those little noodle arms running. Aren't they adorable? If I had realized that this game was gonna make us play that prologue part over again, I might have skipped the talking today. But I'm glad we had the talking today. That's always nice. Or I might have played it off the stream, but I didn't even fire it up. Banana, apple, wild fruit, blue ice. What's your flavor? Yeah, I did have it. A shipment of Karshi green apple bars just arrived. I did have it installed. This time. No way, you have deep fried tulpa fish? Damn right we do. Only place on Drovia to serve it. You just arrived, huh? Yeah, it's my first day here. An anonymous cheer. Thank you so much for the anonymous bits. It was very kind of you. We could cheer as a ghost now? Ah. Cool. When I saw it, I was like, oh, thanks, Purblind. I don't know of anybody else on Twitch that uses ghosts for their emotes. I think that's pretty cool. Yeah, it's my first day here. I'm happy you served tulpa. It was my favorite dish back home. You want some? Sorry, I'm in a hurry. School's about to start, but I'll be back this afternoon. Stairs. Oh, I guess I gotta go that way. Damn it, truck. It does. Teacher. All right. Now that everybody's here, Mira, we can get started. Please make sure to arrive on time in the future. This morning I walked you through the learning platform and showed you the curriculum for this year. You'll be taught about the same topics as you would back home. Today we're going to go over the basic facts of our solar system. This won't be news to most of you, but I want to make sure we are all on the same page. Albert. Well, I already know all this stuff. Can I skip this lesson and come back later? We all knew that was coming, right? No. I haven't even told you exactly what we are going to talk about. Let me ask my dad. I'm sure he'll write me a note. Classes are mandatory for everyone. Even for the son of our chief of security. I'm sure he'll agree with me. You were all given a map of the solar system as part of your school package. I can see that some of you already have it put up on the wall. Very nice. Please take a moment to double check it if you may need it for your next assignment. Well, here comes the mandatory poster tutorial. The mouse keeps getting back on my screen. Don't you know? Don't you know I have a controller? Press Y to toggle your AR mode. Toggle the right using right trigger, left using left trigger. Uh-huh. To investigate using A. Okay. Please note that you cannot interact with anyone or anything while in investigation mode. Boop. That's a map of this place. Hey, gray-bearded gamer. Is that a ghost emote? Is that what you found there? What's this? G4P ghost. Interesting. Uh-oh. I have an unrecognized USB device. That's it. It's all on fire. Hey, sweetie, we just missed you. Have fun in class. We'll be back this afternoon. Must be a note or something. There's Gara, Drovia, and Nijoran. The map of the six and their moons. Oh, okay, I see them all now. Uh-huh. Alright, here we go. Looks like you all have the poster. I'll help you solve the task. It'll help you solve the task I'm about to give you. I also have another resource for you. An excerpt from a recent news article. I'm sending you both the sheet and the article now. Open your cell and check your news and sheet tabs. Submit the sheet once you think you've got it. Sheet opened. From time to time, it can be useful to stop and think for a while. Some benches, sofas, chairs, and office offer a place to sit down. Take out your cell and go over everything you know so far. Boop. Whenever you receive a news article, it's stored in the tasks. Select it to view the latest news. The little bouncy icon indicates new cell content you haven't seen yet. The sheets are added to your tab, this tab of your cell. Select the correct answer to fill the gaps. When the sheet is due, use a submit button will appear at the bottom. You only have one shot at getting it right. Okay. Yay, reading and learning. So much fun. Lithium will pass the torch. Nijoran Journal. Commentary by Martha Bold. For almost 4 centuries, lithium-ion technology was the be-all and end-all of battery technology. Until recently, nobody would have predicted the sudden rise of tellurium-based energy storage. Just 2 years ago, scientists first succeeded in producing a tellurium-based prototype that far exceeds its lithium counterpart in terms of storage capacity, weight, power, and longevity. When vast amounts of the supposedly rare tellurium ore were discovered under the crust of Drovia last year, a new gold rush began, the likes of which we haven't seen since Gara's first lunar colonies. 2 very different factions, Gara and a group of savants, Saviants migrants from Nijoran, have already secured their spot on the planet's surface, eager to participate in this next technological revolution. Whoops. The first colony outside of Gara, the cradle of humanity. That's Gara, right? One is Gara. The colonization of the savants they're from Joran. And this only gave us the Savians, our very own nation, but also access to one of the world's most sought after resources. Which was Selenium. Did I do good? Alright, Mira. I received your sheet. Let's go over it. The first answer is correct. Humanity originated on Gara and settled the other planets from there. Let's look at the second question. This was an easy one, wasn't it? And you got it wrong! No, I'm just kidding. Savians from New York created their own colony on Drovia. Now for the last question. That's right. We're mining Telanium on Drovia. It's a very valuable resource nowadays. Good job, Mara. Looks like you have a grasp of this topic. Let's move on to the next. Hold on, what was that? Connection closed. Call interrupted due to emergency structural breach detected. Please relocate to the closet safe room as quickly as possible. They will be locked down in 60 seconds. Emergency exit plans have been distributed to all living units. Run! Wait, what the oh, fuck! Gotta go, go, go! Oh, it's all of them. Just running towards the disaster, it's fine. We got 60 seconds, folks. Oh, shit! I love this section. Help! Help, please, anyone! Hey, girl, please help me, the door is stuck! Noah! Mara, come on, you've got to hurry. But please, just grab the door and pull. It's working. Is it? Here we go, here we go. Go, go, go! Oh! Dude, leave her. I know, right? Did she make it? Is she out of here? Oh no, there she is. There she is. Mara, thank God you made it. Yo, in the prologue I played, we didn't make it, did we? Arrest that haunted door. Wait, wrong game. We didn't make it in the prologue before, did we? Mira, thank God you made it. No, what's going on? Have you seen my parents? No, Or maybe this is what happened. I think we did do it in under 60 real-time seconds. Lacuna. Lacuna Matata. Damn it! It's stuck in my head now.
Even after 10 years, meeting your ex still feels kind of strange. Or maybe it doesn't if you don't still have feelings for her. And maybe it doesn't if the whole world isn't on the brink of war. I don't even know why I agreed to see Kat that day. My thoughts were still lingering on my work. My unit was responsible for the safety of one of the most important visitors Yara had seen in a long time. Joseph Banny, Foreign Minister of Drovia. Whatever came of his negotiations with our president could make or break the relationship between our planets for generations to come. Yet here I was, fighting with my ex about how often I should call my daughter, pretending that it mattered.
Skygazer's Bistro sounds kind of nice. Neil, did you hear what I said? Sorry, I got distracted for a second. Catherine, were you listening to the radio? I'm sorry, Kat. They were talking about Banny. This whole thing really put me on edge. You haven't changed a bit. You know how important it is this time. Yeah, that's what you say every time. Let's get back to Laura. That's why we're here, right? I don't know what else to say. You never visit her. You don't even call her back. You're being unfair. I watched that awful movie with her and you. That awful movie with her that you didn't want to see. Come on, that was over a month ago. And you barely responded to her messages ever since. I don't understand how you can treat her like that. She deserves better. Honestly, I don't like spending time at her old place. What? Why? It reminds me of our life together, I guess. You never seemed to care much at the time. You keep telling yourself that, Cat. Sure, I'm telling myself that. You were never home. I was starting out at the CDI. None of us were ever home. Whatever. We've been having this discussion for a decade. Laura's a teenager now, and it would be good for her if she had a second parent to talk to. And good for me, frankly. Look, I'll try to do better. Great. Why don't you go up to her? Go up to her right now, then. She's home, and I won't be bothering you. I have an appointment. Yeah, okay. Really? Laura will be delighted. I have to go now. It was good to see you. You too.
As I started walking home, I felt angry at myself. Not for failing to show my daughter how much I cared for her, but for actually not caring as much as she would have deserved. At least that's what I thought I felt like at the time. I was under a lot of pressure due to Banny's visit, and I found it hard to think about anything other than work.
Oh, that's the wife. What sparked me to play this game? Chaz picked all my games for the entire month. No, got wrecked. Hello, random guy that just busted into my apartment. Hey, Laura. Oh, Dad. Hi. You're working on your novel. Yeah. No, please stop looking at the screen. It's still very rough. What are you doing here? I thought I'd stop by to say hello. Haven't had much time for that lately. Did Mom send you? Kind of. But she can't really send me anywhere. I came because I wanted to. Okay. So, how's the novel coming along? Will I ever get to read it? I'm working on a different text right now. I haven't had time for the novel lately. I'm in that writing contest, don't you remember? I made it into the second round. Hey, not bad. That's great. I have to knock it out of the park because I have to make it to the finals. All the finalists participate in a workshop led by Hannah Slater. That would be so awesome. Who's that? You don't know her? Seriously? She wrote The Tree and the Asteroid. She's the best. Sounds good. I'm sure you'll make it. At least one of us is an optimist. I need to finish this within the next 2 days, and it still sucks. I'll leave you to it then. Let me know if you want to go watch another movie. You did like that last one after all, didn't you? I hated it. Wow, this guy's an asshole. I didn't even get a choice there. Sure you did. See you soon, Dad. What a dick. Don't look at the screen, Dad! What is this, like a Roomba or something on the floor? What is this, like, sliding pixel? It's just whatever's happening outside, huh? Bye, child. Parenting over! Toodaloo! I want to see this movie. Download the news. Maybe we get to see the movie. News. No pictures in the news? Okay. I'm not gonna read all of this. I believe, if I remember correctly, this was talking about the Savant Front, the extremist group that maybe were responsible for that explosion. Oops. Get back to my news. Sector 2 incident. So this is the 40th anniversary of the Sector 2 incident. It's been 40 years since the prologue that we just saw. The mines. Explosion in the mines, which caused a big part of the residential tunnels above to collapse, resulting in over 1,000 deaths. An independent investigation concluded that oversight of the construction project on part of New Orleans public authorities have been dangerously negligent. Following public outcry and pressure from the interplanetary community, New Orleans was forced to shut down its colony project on Drovia for good. To this day, an addendum to the Space Travel Planetary Project Protection Treaty, 1803, forbids the construction of another New Orleans colony on Drovian ground. 55-year-old Mira Main and her husband, Noah Main, are among the incident's few survivors. So they got married. Wait. I don't think this was in the other, in the prologue. Maybe it was. I don't remember. So Noah and Mira, the two people locked in the shelter, they got married. Both were able to reach one of the few safe rooms when the explosion started rocking the colony, narrowly escaping certain death. Mira Main's parents weren't as lucky, however. She spent the rest of her youth as an orphan in her grandmother's care. As she tells GNN, she still suffers from PTSD to this day. Tune in tonight for a special installment when Maine recounts her memories of the horrific day in the Sector 2 incident. In a post-cancer time, smoking is less lethal, but still an addictive lifestyle for many. Cigarettes can be bought across the city. Your cell's home tab lists how many cigarettes you have. It's your choice. Help Neil quit smoking or continue some nice views over the city over a cigarette. Okay. This game wants you to smoke a cig. Yeah, a little bit. Buying cigarettes as a mechanic.
Glass,
yeah.
Down at the layers of city below my feet. I wondered why I'd opened up to Kat about feeling weird at our old place. I didn't want her to think I still missed her. Maybe I did.
Smooth Camel 6. I do miss smoking.
Something still
I don't want to quit again though.
Her.
So
It
that's it for me.
Memory of
I did my time.
Something we wanted, of having failed. As good as we may be at making sense of things, there are some we can't work into the narrative.
Welcome home, visitor. Mr. Conrad is currently not at home. That's probably because I'm standing in the hallway. Would you like to leave a message? No, it's me, Neil Comrade. Perform another scan. Scanning is currently not possible. Please contact the system administrator for more information. Great, the scanner's probably busted again. I should check my cell. Maybe I got a notification about it. Hey, Potscari, how you doing? Welcome in. How's Finland these days? Dear Mr. Conrad, I hope you read blah 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 9264. Welcome, visitor. Conrad's not currently home. Yeah, shut up. I'd like to enter a PIN, please. Oh, God. Wait, how do I do that? From time to time, you may be prompted to enter a PIN in the keypad. Okay. Whenever you see the keypad symbol, press X. Okay. It's hot. 72 Fahrenheit. 72 is pretty good. It's 81 in this room right now. Because I don't have the fan on at all. Pots? Soil? We just need vegetation? We'll have an old indoor garden in this chat. There we go. But what was the code? Short-term memory. 9264. Welcome, visitor. You entered the correct pin. Unlocking door. Hey, Gary. Oh, it's a phone call. So how'd the date with the ex go? Perfectly. What do you think? Well, I hope it was worth ditching me. What's the situation? Our job's done for today. Banny and his staff are all with President Robertson now. Robertson, whatever. Tonight they're invited to dinner with some fat cats. Things went over smoothly. Nothing out of the ordinary so far. But goddamn, Banny's guys annoyed the fuck out of me. They didn't miss an opportunity to call us all colonists. One more thing. I might have punched them in the... Oh, one more time and I might have punched them in the throat. That's the second time that Judas Priest came up on the screen. You would see Judas Priest? Nice. What was the other time, Chaz? I don't remember that. Was I not paying attention to chat? I'm just happy they're Johnson's responsibility for the rest of the day. Let's hope that we're all getting along better after the summit. I'm not sure about that. Did you read the article about the trade summit in the news today? Yes. The one about Robertson? Not really planning on giving Banny anything. They've been saying that for weeks. Let's wait and see. Man Metal God, voice is still solid. Nice. Oh, Rob Halford. Oh, that's who that was. That's right, we looked him up. The second time today. What else do you think will happen? Drovian independence? If you ask me, Banny shouldn't get anything at all. We built the whole colony after all. Anyways, the chief is scheduled a briefing for tomorrow morning at 9. Enjoy that. Don't be late. Copy that. See you tomorrow. Hey, Horace. How's it going? Oh, we gave him a worm. Wow there, Havok. Yeah, I know, right? That's my thinking chair. The glossary allows you to read up on important people, places, if you need a reminder. My pulse just is going up now. Okay. Uh-huh. Oh, there's a message from our daughter here. Hey, Dad, I tried to call you, but it looks like you're busy again. I just wanted to tell you something that happened in class today. Remember that Drobian siblings I told you about? They got in a huge fight with some of the classmates over the whole independence thing. Felix said that Drovia would go down the drain without the Federation, and one of the Drovian kids just flipped out. Some other people joined in, and it got so bad that we had to call our teacher to stop them from hurting each other. They all got detention. I'll tell you more in person next time. Love you, Laura. Hey, you got your first tattoo, Potscari? That's awesome. When it's all healed up or whenever, you should share it in the Discord or something. I want to see. I just got the year 1 save and raid tattoo. About 3 weeks ago. The pull apart of a floppy disk. There's a couple spots on it that I'm not particularly happy about, like how thick this line is. So I need to send him an email and be like, maybe we could figure out something to do with that. But otherwise, it looks pretty good. Yeah, I'm still greasing it up, but I can put it in a picture. Awesome. I can't wait to see it. Tattoos are fucking cool. Room 17-4. Okay. Apartment code. Use home. Alright. I think we get out of the chair now. So, you can do the smoking thing to look at stuff. I wonder if there's an achievement attached to it. I assume there probably is. Oh. I see. Give me just 1 second here. I need to unplug and replug my keyboard back into the KVM. It's what's erroring out. Okay, I'm back. Check this out. Check this fucking out. This is Potscari's tattoo. This is dope as shit. I just earned an achievement on the game called AFK question mark. That's awesome. Yeah, isn't that cool? So it's like it's a metal bird of some kind. Right? That's metal. That's really fucking cool. This looks like a hood ornament that would be on a muscle car. That's cool as shit. Nice work. It's from Screaming for Vengeance album. Nice. Very cool. Thanks for sharing. There's some good shading in that too. Good work. So yeah, I was trying to look and see if there was an achievement for smoking everywhere. Hello? Anyone there? Yeah, because I stopped clicking on things. Punish your lungs, chain smoker. Okay, so there are achievements for smoking. There's also an achievement for not smoking. Interesting. You like? Is that a frog holding open a door? Jesus. Okay, so we're not gonna smoke. We're not gonna smoke. Did my phone just... Oh, it did. Emails. Catherine, thanks. Thanks for saying hello to Laura. Even if she didn't show it, she's happy you swung by. Talk to you soon, Cat. Gara, Louisville. Hello? Conrad, it's me. Everything alright? It's not. Manny's been shot. What? How? What is his condition? He's dead. Where are you now? He's dead? I asked you where you are, Conrad. I'm at my place. I'll have someone come pick you up. You know, I don't. It's a 15-minute train ride. I'll be right there. Make it quick.
Fuck. How could
Hey,
that
Slim
happen?
Callie, how you doing, friend?
I didn't even dare think about the impending political aftermath. If this was indeed murder,
Brotherhood of Steel logo. Oh,
I
nice.
hope there was
That'd be
a
cool.
mistake. Maybe Gary had gone crazy. Maybe I was dreaming. Foreign Minister Banny's death could be the tipping point in the conflict between Gyara and Drovia. His whole visit was
Maybe I
meant
need to switch up my voice acting here.
plans.
This guy gets to be the gruff. I work alone.
War. The first interplanetary war. Fuck, Neil, snap out of it. You'll figure this out. Focus on the task ahead.
Can I shower first? Love you, lizard. Toodaloo. Oh man, look at the light, the overhead light on his hair. Look at that. That is fantastic. Oh my god, that's so good. And on his jacket. There's really good lighting in this. Hope you're having a good day, Slim. Callie. Yeah, this game is... We're still in, like, the prologue that I've already played from the free demo. Man, that light is so good. Good work. So I've seen all of this, but it's still very impressive stuff. Download the new news here. No news! Alright. The graphics pretty nice. I think I need to go down, actually. Actually, what's over here? Dead end. It is. It is a detective game. Well, so in the very beginning, we played as somebody 44 years prior on a colony where things went wrong. And now we're playing as a detective. I don't know if this is the rest of the game or if there are other characters, but I did see that there were achievements for his smoking habit, so maybe the rest of the game is about Detective What's-His-Nuts. The hell is my name? Emails. Neil. My name is Neil. Also known as What's-His-Nuts. I mean, this is absolutely stunning. This detective What's-His-Nuts, yeah. Yeah. There you are, Conrad. Took you long enough. I'm gonna switch my voices around. Y'all didn't realize I was doing voices. They were subtle! Evening, Gary. Fill me in. It seems like Banny was shot by a sniper. When he was out on the balcony. His secretary was with him when it happened. Clean headshot. He was dead on the spot. His staff are pretty shaken up, but nobody else is hurt. Any development since he was shot? Anything suspicious? No. It seems the sniper hit their target and ran. I also asked the staff if they noticed anything unusual prior to the attack. The secretary and the priest said no, and the bodyguard refused to talk to me altogether. Get the fuck out of here, mouse. How come? Bunch of radical Drovian nationalist conspiracy nuts. Give them a moment. They're traumatized right now. They're supposed to be professionals. They've got to snap out of it. I need the gruff police chief to say that dead serious. Listen, Detective What's-His-Nuts. You're a loose cannon. You've got a couple nuts loose. If they keep refusing to cooperate, I'm taking them in for obstructing our investigation. This is Gara, not some lawless rock. Hold on. Did you say priest earlier? Yeah, a guy from Banny's staff. He's a spiritual advisor and a somewhat prominent Savient front member. The guy's fucking annoying. Calroy says he can barely keep him away from Banny's body. What's the priest trying to do? Fuck if I know. Some weird ritual. Anyways, we're trying to find where the shot came from. It has to be one of the opposite high-rises, but we don't know which one. I've already started looking into it. I think we can pretty much rule out the casino. They ramped up security tonight because of a big fancy event. It would be near impossible to get a gun in there. And very stupid. We need to track down the perp as soon as possible. Get up there and give Yong a hand. Copy that. You realize how big a shit show this is, right? I can't believe he got shot. What did we miss? I mean, we checked everything. Kept tabs on everyone. Banny seemed to be in nobody's crosshairs. How in God's name could this happen? Let's find out. Seriously, Conrad, we better have quick results in our hands. If we don't, we'll be the first in line to be out of a job. Yeah. And you know, there might be a war. Just get up there and find out where the shot came from. Report back when you're done. I have a few phone calls to make. Roger. You loving this? This game is great. Well, I mean, what I've played is great. I love the leaves moving. Also, so like here is a moment. I want us all to appreciate this after I explain it. Here is a perfect moment in a video game where the music, the sound, and the animations on the screen come together in a cohesive Zen-like package for me. The movement with the sound of the leaves on the trees, with the sound of this wind, this gentle breeze, is spot fucking on. Like, no matter what the graphics are in the game, we've all stood in this kind of weather, I'm sure, unless you've been living in a basement forever. Now you want a cigarette? Like, there is a very, like, I can feel this sound. And that's, I don't know. Sound, good sound is so important in video games. It really, really is. It's also in stereo, which is really interesting. Unbelievable. Just leave us alone. I can't believe it. History to go. Over the past few years, more and more inhabitants of the Drovian have been demanding stronger Savian representation in the colonial government. But why is it that so many Savians live in the Sector 1 in the first place? Find out in history today's. Find out in today's history to go. Backbone is a good one too. What's Backbone? Can you drop a link to Backbone in chat? Steam page or whatever? If you don't mind. Your voiceover is top quality too. I've never done voices for a reading game. I felt inspired today, so I'm dipping my toe in just a little bit. I couldn't keep track of them if there was like 50 characters, but since there's just been 2 right now, I'll play around a little bit. Backbone, huh? That kind of reminds me of like the spine in Transistor. Everybody's tripping. Backbone Prologue, interesting. I did consider this one for June. Oh yeah? Did I have it? There's a Backbone Prologue on... Oh, I do have this, don't I? No, I don't. I don't have this. This looks interesting. Oh, hey, this is Raw Fury. Raw Fury published Kathy Rain. Yeah, you're thinking of Black Sad or Sad Black or whatever, I think, Chaz. Would be the game that I'm guessing you're thinking of. Black Sad? Hang on, I'll pull this up. Good, good. So, yeah. Man, look at this glow. It's pretty good. That's a big beaver. There's a capybara. This is cool. Damn, this looks good. Sleazy cat. This is like somewhere between what we're playing and Machinarium, but with animals. Yeah, Black Sad. Isn't it, Chaz, isn't it weird how, like, unnaturally good I am at, like, guessing what video games people are talking about? That is a fucking skill I have. This feels out of character for the game, honestly. They should have just stuck with... Oh, it's always kind of bothered me when there's like 2 to 3 different kinds of art in a game. It just feels like a weird disconnect. You know what I mean? That's one foxy lady, though. Maybe that's a dude. I'm not sure. Hard to tell. Maybe it doesn't matter. Game looks cool. What? Yeah, oh yeah, it's on my wish list. These are just still images between scene. Yeah. Eggnut. Eggnut is not what I would ever name my game studio. The chicken police? Yes, I saw that in my library. I remember it. The Art of Fury. Games are art. Call of the Sea. I remember that. Don't own it yet. Man, I really loved Kathy Rain. That game was so good. So good. Will y'all excuse me for just 1 second? I want to catch my wife before she walks out the door. I will be right back. Okay, sorry about that. Wife's about to head out the door. You weren't feeling spicy enough for noir detective stuff. Chicken Place, pretty cool and funny. Does anybody remember there was this trash game on Steam that's in my library? I think I have it in my library called Buckets of Blood, French Foreign Legion, or something like that. Buckets of Blood, Foreign Legion. It's one of the shittiest games I've ever played, and I don't know why I bought it. That one was a regret game. I maybe hid it from my library. Yeah, you remember that? Is it still on Steam? Foreign Legion, Buckets of Blood. There was chickens in it, is why it popped in my head. This game here. I barely gave it any time. Who made this? Not hard. Did they still make games? They're still making games? No. Foreign Legion Multi-Massacre. Well, like, here's the thing. This was 2009. Oh my god, was that a dolphin diving through the air? Jesus. Final week of June. Buckets of Blood over and over again. So, like, here's the thing. This game is a multiplayer game, but it's single player. Why does it exist? It looks like it took them 3 years to give it multiplayer, and it was a different release. What the fuck is this? Oh my god. I like the cigarettes, that's funny. I almost feel like this could be fun. But what wasn't fun was the terrible controls in this one. And no controller support. Well, it was bad controller support, that's what it was. This is interesting. Anyways, back to the game. Okay. Article by Charles Fly. In 1798, 1 year after Gara had kicked off the construction of Sector 1, a group of Savians from New Yorn started erecting a dome of their own nearby. Wait. I think I bumped a key. We're not reading the same one. Actually, realistically, it doesn't matter. We'll just ignore it. There's something out here. Okay. Is this guy wearing a piece of cheese for a head? It's not a guy. That's a woman. Neil, over here. That's Young. It's always nice to see you, except, you know, it's the middle of the night and there's a dead guy on the balcony. Yeah, well, I call that Tuesday. That's her ponytail? It looked like Swiss cheese. Because I'm hungry. Also, on that note, what should I have for dinner? Don't say that to a woman. Is that a giant piece of cheese on your head? Or is that your face? That's horrible. It's Friday. For real, I'm glad you're here. Gary's been acting like, you know, himself. I'm just setting up my mobile lab. I could use your help. Our number one priority is to find out where the shot came from. She's a real fan of Green Bay, apparently. That one flew over my head. Is that a Green Bay Packers joke? Hey, baby, is that a block of cheese? Or are you just happy to see me? The Chief's already prepared a case sheet. Let me send it to you right now. He wants you to submit it as soon as you think you got it. Take a look around, talk to Benny's staff. Maybe that'll get us closer to our answer. Got it. Oh, and one more thing. We're still missing an important piece of the puzzle. We didn't find the bullet. Let me know if you do. Alright, I'm on it. Yeah. So, I know where the bullet is. The bullet disappeared in the wall right behind the closet. It's locked. Okay, we gotta open the closet. Two wooden spheres, dubbed bawas, Savians use them to pray together. Artyom. Excuse me, sir, are you with the CDI? I am. Neil Conrad. Pleased to meet you. I'm Priest Artyom. I was Mr. Benny's spiritual advisor. I kindly ask you to let me take off Mr. Benny's jewelry. It's very important, part of the Savian farewell ritual. We must free the dead of their worldly possessions so that they can safely cross over to the afterlife. It must be done before the soul's completely left the body. We're running out of time. I'll hand the jewelry over to CDI right away. It has no value to me. I understand. But I can't have you moving the body. It's crucial evidence that can't be tampered with. Do you believe in something, Mr. Conrad? I'm not religious, if that's what you're asking. Do you think that Gara is a good place to live? Mostly, yes. So you believe in the capitalist ideology and the world's idea of wealth and personal gain? That's not at all what I said. Listen, Mr. Artyom, I'm not here to discuss philosophical questions with you. Please, I will be very careful when taking the jewelry off. I will make sure not to alter any evidence. The Garan state likes to pride itself in its tolerance and liberty. This is your chance to prove to me that you're just not empty words. I'm sorry. We can't take any chances here. If you want us to find the culprits, please stay away from the body. So they're empty words after all. I pray for the corrupted Garan soul. Alright then, I'm sorry. I'm keeping an eye on him. Hello, Neil Conrad, CDI. Are you with Mr. Banny? We've already talked to your colleague. I know. But I need your help with something. Do you know where I can find the key to the cupboard upstairs? Why would you need to look in there? I think it contains an important piece of evidence. I'd prefer if you didn't mess with anything before the Drovian authorities arrive. Drovian authorities? We prefer to handle our own, be handled by our own people. The sniper will be surely off planet by the time that arrives. We'll share any findings. We'll share our findings with any of them, I promise. No. Like you promised to protect Mr. Banny? I understand you're upset. We will take full responsibility for this when the time comes. You will, huh? What will the punishment be? A promotion? It's okay, Eddie. We don't want to fight. It's only convenient for Gara. One of the champions of the Drovian independence is out of the picture. Please calm down. Sir, please calm down. We're all on the same side here. I understand how you feel, but the perp is still out there. We need to get them quickly. If they have another target, we need to find them. Find out now. Shouldn't be too hard. Who else is pissing off your government? Please be reasonable. I'm not your enemy. Yes, you are. Listen, the assassin might be on their way to their next Drovian target right now. And you can't do anything about that, but the CDI can. You decide if your personal grudges are more important to you than your people's safety. Just give them the key. It's not like there's anything in there. Fine. Here's my keychain. This better lead to something. Much obliged. Young, look at this. The bullet was inside the cupboard. As we expected, here it is. Good work. Hold on, let me have a look. This kind of projectile usually doesn't go very far. They've probably used a comparatively small rifle to better disguise the gunshot. I'd say it was fired from a distance of no more than 200 meters. I would say 250 tops. Good to know, thank you. By the way, I forgot something earlier. There. Did you send him nudes? What's going on here? There. There, you should now be able to submit the sheet I sent you. I don't know if you have all the evidence yet, but you're now able to send your conclusion once you do. Alright, let's go outside. A foreign minister. Banny. As dead as it gets, clean headshot. The casino, pretty noisy, might help disguise the sound of a gunshot about 200 meters away. The Sakura Hotel looks like a fancy place, even at a distance, maybe 150 meters away. Rocket Tower, it houses some multimedia conglomerate about 300 meters away, so we can rule that one out. Grand Hotel. Those are all over the city, 180 meters away. Well, the casino seems like the best bet, the most obvious, but it could also be the two hotels. Definitely not the tower. I feel like they were trying to rule us out on the casino, saying that they had extra security tonight. But honestly, like, putting that casino more in the lore of the game kind of convinces me that it is it, but you know, hard to tell. So let's investigate a little bit more, I guess. Take a look around and talk to witnesses. Yeah, we need to find some witnesses. Keep an eye on them. Tolerance seems to be an empty word on Gara. Let's talk to this person over here if they'll talk to us now. This little girl. Good evening. Is that a little girl? I don't know. Lauren? Maybe. It's not Lawrence. Oh, ma'am, are you okay? Huh? Yes, we're just talking about our plans for breakfast and then he... is there anything I can do for you? No, like I said, I'm okay. Are we safe here? What if the sniper comes back? The sniper's long gone. They had a clear target. You're not in danger. For a second I thought he tripped, but then I saw... Do you remember the way he fell? I was standing to his right, and he fell away from me. So you think the shot came from one of the buildings to the right? My name is Lauren. When I'm 10 years old, smoking ruined my life. I'm 10. I've been smoking for 35 years. You want some apple pie? I guess so. I just stood there and stared at him. Then Smith came and pulled me inside. Thank you. Skip says no. Keep that pie away from me. Are you sure? Because the Double R Diner has really good pie. That's all. People are on their way to keep you company. They should be here soon. So they think the shot came from the right. Man, but the casino. The casino's also to his right. We can rule out the Grand Hotel. The other guy said no on the casino, so maybe it is. Maybe it is the Sakura Hotel. What do y'all think? What do y'all think? Let's find someplace to sit, maybe, if we can. There's a chair to sit down here. Damn diner image. Alright, the deformed bullet was in the cover. It said it was a small caliber rifle. The bullet was disappearing into the wall. Four ministers dead as it gets, clean. Sakura Hotel looks like a fancy place. 250 meters. Two wooden spears dove bawas. The servant used them for praying together. The Grand Hotel. This is not... What does this have to do with anything? Can I? It doesn't. I can't interact with the body at all. I can't even look at these other tags for evidence. Hey, Deglamong, how you doing, my friend? Unbelievable. Just leave us alone, okay? I think we gotta solve it. Through the sheets. The bullet. The shot was fired from. Was it Sakura? I think it was Sakura. Have I played Star Control? I have not. I have not. Alright, I'm gonna say Sakura. Alright, here we go. Do you really want to submit that? Can I save? No, damn it. I don't want to be wrong. I can't remember what it was when I played before. We'll go with Sakura. We'll submit. Talk to Young. You only get to do it once. Neil, I saw you submitted the sheet. Report back to Gary and ask him what to do next. I think you should get to the location. Got it. See you later. I figure out where the hell Gary is. He must be down. Supposed to be the greatest game of all time, you guess? I haven't heard bad things about it. I've heard that you can skip Star Control 1 if it's the game I'm thinking it is. Any new findings? The bullets probably came from the Sakura Hotel. Good job, Conrad. I'm sending Saito to lock the place down. You head over there, I'll catch up as soon as I can. Listen, about these bodyguards. It took some convincing, but they helped me find the bullet that killed Banny. You think I'd really like it? Nice. The Urquan Masters, yeah. Let's cut them some slack and question them tomorrow when the shock is worn off. Since when did you have a soft spot for Drovian extremists? I don't know. But these are special circumstances. Anyways, you should get going. I'm on my way.
It wasn't until I was on my way back to the train that I noticed the park's obscene size. The night was cool, and the Mansion District was probably the quietest place in the whole center. It was one of the last spots in the area where buildings hadn't been.
Damn, the light effects when he passes under lights is so good.
My head was unusually clear, and to my surprise, I noticed that I was in a good mood. In retrospect, I believe that it stemmed from a sense of purpose driving me forward that night.
Young, what's up? Listen, Neil, the police just got an anonymous tip from the Sakura Hotel. Whoever sent it to them didn't provide a lot of details. They just have been in contact with a suspicious person. Why so vague? I don't know, but it looks like you definitely got the right building. Thanks, Young. Talk to you later. Oh, that was the sign behind the blue-haired girl? I was like, what is the smoke coming out of her butt? That was a weird animation. Okay. This is where I gotta call it for today. For the stream. Sucks because that's literally the end of the prologue that I already played. Visible toots. Yeah, did you see it, Chaz? That was weird. There was just like this smoke cloud that came out. I know, Loyal. I'll be back. We're gonna work on ZPC some more tonight after dinner. But I gotta go figure out what's for dinner. We'll miss you. Oh, I'll be back. You know I'll be back. I always come back. But yeah, Lacuna, if you feel the need to play that again, that all of that was part of the free prologue. GG on the prologue again. I know. So I want to play more of this game. Do you guys want to see more of this game? I can do this into a 1 hour an extra stream. I wonder how. I'm gonna look and see how long it is. 6 hours, 11 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours, 5 hours, 5 hours, 8 hours, 14 hours. That's not bad. That's not bad. I know Jabu, exactly, Chaz. I want to play more of this. I've been excited about this game since I played the prologue, right? You know, I mean, there's a reason I buy these games. This one, I knew before I bought it that I would enjoy it because I had played the prologue and really liked that. Somehow, we took more time getting through that, knowing what to do. How does that work? Damn it. I'm getting worse at video games. So the question is do you guys want to see more of this on an extra stream? We could probably toss this one in after ZPC, honestly. I'm like, I want to do another like adventure game or point and click game. So I'm between this one and Dark Side Detectives that we played yesterday, which was awesome too. You want Dark Side over this? Okay. I have a feeling that Jabu wants to see more of this game. So I guess that's the question is what is your availability? Not availability. What time slot would be best for playing Lacuna if you wanted to see the rest of it? And if you don't, you just want to play it yourself. That's cool too. But I'm happy to figure that out and work around it for a one-off game. Yeah, it was a little bit longer. Dinner's a little delayed because my wife had to go take the dog to do heartworm stuff at the vet. Near Euros or Hawaiian? Not Hawaiian. Oh, time flew by though. Wow. Yeah, we had a long talk segment at the beginning. I mean, it's kind of been about an hour and then an hour for the game each day. It's kind of what the 1 hour stream is now. But I already know this game, so Dark Side Detectives will be cool too. Okay. Both of them I want to play. Let me pull this up real quick. Pretty much any fast food place. Euros will be good. I'll do Euros tonight. This is pretty much like keeping so much information here now. This is pretty much like keeping so much in. God, stop! Nobody wants that. They already had it. I'm keeping so much information here now. I need to move that. Schedule. So I'm keeping a soon list. These are the games that we're getting to soon, right here. That was a cool overlaps. So let me so this is the schedule for the entire month. This is like the when we get to it extra streams plus the games that we've completed on stream. I do need to finish Delta Force 1. So soon. Enclave is what I was thinking about next after ZPC. But it doesn't really matter. Dark Side Detectives. Dark Side Detective? Is it one? Is it plural? I don't know. Lacuna. There are literally 0 Bethesda games to look forward to. So this is my we're gonna do it soon list here. There's also another game in the Along the Edge universe that I want to get to as well. But yeah, I've been keeping this information as up to date as possible recently. Also, there's a review section if anybody wants to get a a heartfelt or a funny review in here. Just send me something somewhere, and I'll toss it in. I quite enjoyed all of these. These are all fantastic. But yeah. I really want to play through Enclave. So I don't know if it's going to be one of these next or Enclave. We'll figure it out. We're making slow progress in ZPC, which we're going to work on here in about 2 hours when I get back. Alright, let's find somebody to raid. Thank you everybody for being here. This was a fun stream. I'm mixed on whether I enjoyed doing voices. Like, part of me is like, oh god, dude, don't be stupid. And the other part was like, oh, this is kind of fun. But I don't know if I could keep it up for an entire game. Like, I kind of looked at it like, it's just doing this for an hour and a half. It'll be fine. There are some streamers that I've seen that are very good at voices. And some streamers that I watch do voices, and I'm like, Havok, never do that. Never do that. It's all cringe. Please don't. But you know, I've never tried different voices, and accents would be a nightmare. I feel like if I did anything in accents, everybody just be like, "Yep, Havok's a racist." So I'm just not gonna. My voices were fine. Thank you. That I think that means a lot. There's a troll face after it. Okay, let's see who's streaming. What is Forgive Me, Father? What is this? Oh, yeah. Whoa. Yo, we're gonna go hang out with T and Comedy. This looks awesome. This looks like the closest thing I've seen to ZPC ever. Oh, we're definitely going to T and Comedy. Y'all are... Is that the Lovecraft? I don't know what it is. Sounds like a porn game. If y'all haven't hung out with T and Comedy, he's cool as shit. It's been a minute since I've rated him. But no, this looks amazing. Like, I want this. I love y'all. Thank you so much for being here. I'll be back in about 2 hours with ZPC. We'll try to make serious progress tonight. Thank you for being here. It really does, like... Every day better than the last. I get on, I stream, like I'm unsure about stuff, and you guys come and hang out, and it's just, I love it so much. Just really does mean a lot. Looks like T and Comedy's on subscriber only chat. I'm still gonna raid because we're already there. But I might send him a PM and be like, hey, did you know? I just got like a warning about it in my other chat. It might also be wrong. But I love y'all. Hopefully it's not the case. Alright.
Regular dude with bills. I'm a lot of stuff. You know what I mean? What's going on, man? How you doing? Hey, appreciate that follow, man. Appreciate that follow. Alright? I'm trying to die. That's what I'm trying to do. That's the main point of the game. I think that's the main point of any game. Trying not to die.